everyone, Paul International Scale Modeler. Welcome to another At The Bench update. As always, before we get going, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you click the little bell icon to get notified of our latest videos. Give us a thumbs up and leave a comment down below should you wish. I reply to them all. As always, all the things I show, things I use, products, glues, etc., everything like that is all linked in the description. Big long list of items over on the forum and where you can buy them from. Don't you even dare open that packet of crisps. Put them down and sit there quietly. Thank you. Right, so last time you met Warwick, this is Mr. Hunt. Figure that one out for yourselves. A little bit noisy last time with crisps. What the hell is that thing? And what are you doing with it? Weirdo. So we're back. It's been about a week since the last bench update. It's been a hectic week. We had the last few days of James, my little boy's summer holidays, and then his first days of primary school. So it has been rather hectic to say the least. So obviously Modern's taken a back seat. Family's taken a bit of priority, as it should. We had a couple of nice days out last week, including a very cool trip to a U-boat museum and a little cruise up the Mersey Ferry, which was awesome. I've got some pics of those. I'll pop them up in a little bit. You can have a look and see what you think. But it was very, very cool. I'll have a little bit of a chat about that in a minute. No live shows the past couple of weeks. Sorry about that. We took a break, not this week, last week. And then with everything being so hectic and people being busy and that, we decided to take another one this week. But we will be back on Friday. We do apologise. But obviously we need time off as well. It's a commitment to do every Friday. So the guys that help me, they deserve a break every now and then, as do I. So we decided to take a night off again. But we will be back on Friday. We promise. Video build's been going on. A few people have asked about the bike build. It's there. Somebody asked about the videos. As soon as I make the videos, they go up. I don't keep them to one side. As soon as the video's made, it's uploaded within the hour of it being edited. But the bike's underway. As you see, all the bodywork is starting being painted up. I've got some masking to do today. Paint off the rest of the bodywork. All the swing arm and frames done as well. So that'll probably conclude the video. And I should hopefully be up tomorrow, all being well. That's the plan. Escort's going well. We'll look at all the work in a minute. And I've got a couple of purchases to look at as well. So that's it. Ultimate Modern Products has been manic as well. Especially the LP paints. Absolutely flying off the shelves. And rightly so. Those paints are absolutely amazing. They really are. So thanks everyone who's put orders in. And thanks for your patience as well. We were mad busy last week. Kind of caught up now, which is good. So back to normal service. So there we are. Like I said, the bike build will be up hopefully Monday, and we'll keep going through the bike. I did have a question. Would you rather have longer videos that take longer to produce so you get less of them, probably like every couple of weeks? Or what I prefer to do is just shorter ones, 20 minutes long, a bit more regular? Yeah, I think that's what I want to stick at, but give me your views on it if you're watching anyway and let me know. But thinking more regular 20-minute videos. Won't get as much done in them, but they'll get put out more. Because they're shorter and quicker to make, basically, so it's a little bit easier for me. But let me know your thoughts on that anyway. Right, first of all, so myself and James went for a little day out. Struggling for things to do. We've been all over the place over the summer holidays, and we've found something local to the day. Easy to do, and pretty cool as well. So we went on a Mersey Ferry cruise, which was up and down the Mersey, through Liverpool, or what have you. It was a 50-minute trip on a ferry. James's first time on the ferry. I've been on them many times, and he loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was a nice little cruise. It was like £22 for myself and Hannah. James was free, and then that included the admission into the U-boat experience, that cost £8 alone each. So you know, it was a bargain. And this is the story of U-534, which was sunk at the end of the Second World War. It was then raised in the late 90s. Sat at the bottom of the ocean for 50 odd years. Raised in the late 90s, it was brought to Birkenhead, it was put on display. I remember seeing it as a complete U-boat, and then when they finally decided what to do with it, they cut it into sections and put it on a display at Woodside Ferry Terminal in Birkenhead. So you can literally see inside the thing. As you see by all the photographs, there's some very cool stuff you can see inside. Very, very cramped space, and a lot of stuff pretty well preserved, especially some of the stuff they found inside. It was very, very good. James loved it. It was interesting for him to see stuff he'd never seen or understood. And it was a good little day out. So that was a good little day out just before he went back to school. cheap and close to home as well, which was awesome. Yeah, he's settled into school well, so that's good. We can progress now. It's been a bit stressful the past few weeks, especially for Hannah, bless her. But yeah, he's doing well. So hopefully, once he gets full time into it, he's done a couple of hours here and there, he'll settle down and really enjoy primary school. The really cool thing is he's at the same primary school I went to, same uniform and everything. So it's pretty cool. I can't wait to see my old school. It'll be interesting. We've got an addition to the cave, which I'll update as we go through. If you remember years ago when I used to have the camera the other way, doing the news shows, I had an aquarium in the corner. Now the problem in here is I switch the power off in here overnight inside the house. It's a wooden structure full of flammable paints. I'm a bit paranoid about it. So all the power goes off at night, so I can't have anything heated or filtered. So it poses a few problems. So I got an aquarium, and on the back of another channel called MD Fish Tanks, he's been creating ecosystem tanks, which are unfiltered, unheated. They're literally heavily planted tanks that create their own ecosystem and filter themselves. So spent a considerable amount of money, set this up. Here it is. That's it there. No, I'm only joking. That's a little thing Jay's bought me mucking around with. This is it. It's an 80-litre tank, heavily substrate deep. There's probably a good 4 or 5 inches of substrate, sand, then aquarium soil, and then gravel. I've heavily planted the front. I'm waiting on some plants for the back to arrive. They didn't quite arrive in time. And after this is settled for at least 3 weeks, I'll add some shrimp and maybe some snails and what have you. And then after a good month or so, I'll introduce some very small fish. It's unheated, but it sticks to 23C in here. So white carved minnows, some of the guppy variety can tolerate low temperatures as well. They'll probably be in there. It won't be heavily fished, if that makes sense. It won't be heavily stocked because it's a fine balance between keeping the ecosystem going and getting it polluted. So I've never done it before, and some people say you shouldn't do this. Go look at MD Fish Tanks. You'll be amazed at some of the tanks he's got. Absolutely beautiful. And you know, years ago they said you couldn't have nano marine tanks, and I had one for years, no problem at all. So things change, opinions change, and this is it. So yeah, 80 litres. It's going to be really heavily planted, and I'll progress it as it goes along. If you're not interested, you can just skip through the videos on the board. There won't be any separate videos. I'll just intertwine them in the bench updates. But it's something to the man cave, and I love fish. I've kept fish for years, right back to 2003 I started keeping fish. Now I've had everything from community tanks, cichlids, brackish, marine, inverts, all sorts of stuff, planted tanks, a lot. I've kept anything and everything over the years. And yeah, I've been dying to have an aquarium in here for a while, but the lack of heat and filter made it a problem. This is ideal, absolutely ideal. So I'll keep you updated on that. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments. And like I say, if you don't, you can just skip through them on the videos. It'll be a couple of minutes update. So hopefully it'll take off and do well. Right, let's go overhead and let's have a look at the Escort and the bike and see how we're doing there. Got a couple of cool purchases and some little 124 Tamiya bikes I bought the other day, so have a quick look at those. Then we'll come back and say our farewells. Right, okay, so the bike. So as you know, we're working on the Casey Stoner RC211V, the 06 bike. A lot of people asking how I've been getting on. As I said, a little bit of a break, but we're back at it now. So the past few days I've been getting the bodywork sorted. So we made everything, sure everything filled in, all the seams were dealt with. It was all primed. We did everything in white primer, bar the front wheel arch I did in grey because I wanted the tone of the blue to be deep and it darkened the colour a touch. And then the rear Seafaren's black, and that has its own decal to go over the top. The rest of it is LP2, I think it is, LP2 white. Tamiya lacquer white. This is LP 45 and 41 mixed. I can't remember the ratio. I think it's like 30% to 60%. And this is the LP, I think it's 1. I've got to get up to scratch speed on these numbers. LP1 black from Tamiya, and they spray grade thin 60-40 with the white and black, and the blue as well. With a retarder thinner, it's gone down grade. So I've got a few bits of mask on these. I've got like a front section on the front fairing. The lower cowling needs half with painting, but it's not too tricky. So once that's done, we can probably get the vid up and get the next update on this going. I've also got all the swing arm and frame done as well. This was done in LP48 sparkling silver. Come out very, very well. There's a couple of spots where I've got a little bit of dust, so I might take that back and respray it, to be honest, just flat it. But the colour's lovely, very, very nice. It matches the previous colours I've used on the other bikes. Prime UMP black primer, all the others were UMP white and grey. And yeah, it's come out really well. It's a beautiful colour. That thinned 50-50. I find the metallics don't like to be thinned as much. But it's come out really well. Very happy with that colour. So the swing arm looks very good, and the frame has come out just as well too. Very happy with the colour. Pigment size is absolutely beautiful in there as well. So this should look rather good. So that's where we're at with the bike. All the engine's still there. We need to detail paint all that. We'll get to that next time. I just want to get the next video up of it, and we can move on and see how we get on the next part. So I'm just going to grab on things from out from under here. So this is the Escort. This is where we stand with this. So this is all safely put away in its box for now to keep it protected. So this has all been primed, sprayed. I can't remember where we were at last time. I don't even know if I've shown it in a bench update yet, to be honest. I don't think I have. Primed in UMP white primer. It's painted in zero paint white. I had to use zero paint because we're using zero paint everywhere else. So I like to keep the paint consistent. Masked off for the white. Pretty tricky. Around the sides, front bumper, the grille, the roof. Took some very careful measurements to do. I think I did show this last time, didn't I? I seem to remember showing it. But it come out really well. Paint went down well. Decals went on absolutely superb. Reggie decals are great. I did have one dodgy one I had to save, and a few of the guys watching me battle with it in the Hangouts. But yeah, we got it folded back over. It's kind of folded over on itself and decided, yeah, I don't want to go on there, but a little bit of back with some tweezers, and we got it back. Very happy how it looks. And Escort Cosworth is an awesome looking car. Great looking machine. It's going to look very, very cool. Roll cage is all painted up, as are the mirrors in there. They're in the bottom there. You can see them. I don't want to get everything out because it's all neatly put away and protected. So I like to use an old bag. Hey, don't we all? To protect it all. Sorry about that. 4-pan chassis done, as are all the door cards and the rear bulkhead thing. And the Speedline rims are done. Not bad from Reggie. Better than the Renaissance ones I did last time. Big chip out of one of them, but we use that on the spare wheel. They've been given a bit of a wash, and the road nuts painted up as well. They come out pretty well. Definitely a lot cleaner than the Renaissance wheels. I give it them that for sure. And yeah, they look well. Love those speed lines. They're an iconic looking wheel. And this thing's going to look very, very cool. Didn't take a lot of cleanup. There was quite a bit of flash on them if you remember them. But they weren't too bad at all to do. They were primed UMP white primer. Then TS26 from the TS sprays from Tamiya. Because it gives you that gloss look. I don't like gloss on my wheels anymore. And I think they'll come out really, really well. So very happy how that's going. Once I've got the next bike video on, I'll come back to this and we'll progress with that. And move along with that build. Now, something else I got the other day, I'd never ever seen these before. I've seen the Masterpiece ones, but I've never seen these. I stumbled across them on eBay. And 24 scale Collectors Club Tamiya motorbike. So you've got the Repsol Honda, the Kanika Minolta, the Movie Star, and the Camel bike. Now, these were originally like £14 each. They've been out of production for years. I've never seen them at all. And I got all 4 of these for 24 quid posted. So very happy with that. They are actually really good. When I looked at them on eBay, the quality didn't look as good. But close up, they're actually not too bad at all. I got them because I'd never seen them before. And obviously I love these bikes as well. Come in their own little case as well, which is really cool. So yeah, very, very happy with that. It's come out really, really well. Come out really well, like I built it, but it looks really well, should I say. So there's the Repsol Kanika Minolta, which is a favourite one of mine. As you know, I built these in 12 scale. We've got the Movie Star one. Again, not bad at all. Obviously, could be better, but they look good to me. And the Camel bike as well. So great. I felt really bad when my little boy James saw them. He was like, wow, are they for me? And I was like, no, they're actually for me, mate. And he was a little bit disappointed, like, can you look for more for him? And I did. I tried to look for more. Couldn't find them anywhere. But I found some cheap ones on eBay that, yeah, don't look totally right, but for a 4-year-old, they'll do. They come in their case, so they look kind of identical. So I bought them then. He can have them on his birthday, so he'll be happy with them. I'm sure he'll be on to show them in a bench update. But yeah, I just showed these because, you know, a bit different. And yeah, if you've seen them before, you've got them, let me know. I think there's only 4 in the set. If there's any more, let me know. But I thought it was pretty cool and a cheap price as well. There we go. Let's go back to me. There we go. As you can see, progressing well. The Bastos Escort's looking phenomenal. Very, very happy with how that looks. I've got some pics of it here as well. It looks absolutely stunning. It's going to get clear coated in the next couple of days. And yeah, very, very happy with that. The bike's come along well. Having that little bit of a break was good. It's got the mojo. Not the mojo was going, but it keeps the mojo going, if you know what I mean. It keeps you eager. So, plan today, going to mask off the bodywork, spray that up, leave it to dry, and then we can decal over the next few days. It's going to be a tricky decal scheme. And then we can progress on the engine and start getting it really moving along. So there we go. That is that. So the other thing as well, you've got about 8 days left on the classic car buddy build. So if you're still building, progress along. Let's see if we can get it finished and move on to our next one, which is the egg plane one. I have not spoken about this. It's not just egg plane actually, and I'll speak about it more in the next bench update. But myself and the guys at the bench, I should have said this at the beginning and I forgot, I decided to do an egg plane tank boat build. Anything egg orientated. I am building this, so I'm not prepared because it's under my bench out of the way. I'm not pulling it off from under there, it's coming out the other way. Hey, I'm going to build a Lexington because that thing is as cool as hell. So we've all bought them, we're all ready to go. Now the first plan was we speed build them, but if you watch the speed build, they all look crap. They look awful. These aren't cheap. These aren't £5 to £7 Airfix kits. These are 20 odd quid, some of these. So we thought, okay, let's not do that. Let's make it 4 hours. And then it progressed, and should we just build them on the show? So over a number of weeks we build them. But at some point there, we're all going to be needing to spray. So there'll be nobody on the live show. So we thought, right, let's open up to everybody. And we're going to do an egg, plane, tank, boat buddy build. It is on the Facebook page. So if you want to take part, go on over there. It's going to start on the 16th of September when the classic car build runs and run for a month, I think, is what we decided. So if you want to enter, let us know. It's over on Facebook. Or post a build on the forum. Meng, Freedom Models, FV, Hasegawa, and another company makes them. I forget who it was now. Oh, Tiger Models. Make them. There's loads of them. Loads on Amazon to have a look at. And they range from 8 quid up to 20 odd quid, depending on what you get, how big it is. But it looks like fun, and it'll be a different build. So if you want to take part, let us know. I should have said this at the beginning, but I completely forgot. I'll talk about it more in depth next time in the next bench update. And hopefully we can drum up some more interest in the build. There we are. So that's it. That's all I've got to talk about today. Warwick's been pretty quiet. You've met Warwick. You met Warwick last time. Warwick Hunt is my alter ego. And he got some good feedback, so it was interesting to see. So he may make a few more appearances. We shall see. So there we are. So as always, check out International Scale Model Facebook page and forum. Check out the Live at the Bench page, Off Air Hangout group, umpretail.com, and my Paul ISM page as well. All these are linked in the description down below, as are links to all the products I use in my videos. Click on that, it takes a big long list, and you can go and look at all the stuff I use. So there we go. Thanks for watching today. I'll catch you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.